Hi, welcome to my channel. If you're not familiar with who I am, my name is Chef Galen. Okay, I'm a certified holistic nutritionist. I do all things spiritual. I help you heal naturally. I'm also an educator on gut health as a specialist, and I will help you drop that unwanted weight naturally. Okay, so you all today on this episode, okay, I'm going to be going really hard on this year, but it's all about having a silly summer. So I have declared this summer, Silly Summer 2024. Okay, so you might be like, Chef Gillen, what in the world? Because we take things way too seriously. Think about it. We get offended so easy. We tend to start arguing for like the smallest little things. If we can just learn to not take ourselves or life so seriously, it's amazing how much more beautiful life unfolds for us. So I've written a couple books, and I made like a little cheat sheet for this series on our Silly Summer 2024 on really how to tap into your silliness. Okay, so you might be thinking, okay, well, Gillen, you've got 3 kids, they're all at home, and you have a little blueberry muffin head who just turned 6, so you're probably surrounded by the silliness. And I have to say, life can get you down. Life can get you down, right? And you can start taking things a lot more seriously than you should. And, when we start taking things lighter and we just start having more fun and we just kind of start tapping into our inner child, life is so much more fun. Okay, and things just become lighter. We are always going to have to deal with circumstances no matter what. And a lot of times too, we'll like live in the past. I know you guys are all hearing the construction outside. I live near a boat, like where they make all the boats, which is really kind of cool. But when they're like right in the grunge of it, they're like trying to pump out all these boats because summertime's here. It's like, whoa, you guys, I'm trying to do a live. Okay, so I wrote down some points that I want to help you all with, and this will kind of get your creative juices going, because to be honest, it starts becoming like a lifestyle, but also there's a lot of creative things you can do to kind of bring out the silliness in yourself and in others. Okay, so these are just a few nuggets, if you will, that you can tap into. All right, and you all can be silly with me. All right, we're gonna do the whole silliness thing. Okay, so the power of silliness. So that's what I call this, the power of silliness. So the power of silliness often lies in the ability to break down barriers. Now, there is a superpower in this, okay? So on a serious note, though, when you tap into a silliness, you can really just energetically be more in alignment with people. You can heal so many of your own personal wounds. You start looking at people and circumstances not as like they're attacking you, but you're able to see that the reason they're doing what they're doing is because they're in a dark space, okay? So this is just a really effortless way to free yourself from really just being so concerned about what other people think. Okay, and to be able to walk into your full purpose of what God has for you, because life should be easy, fun, and real. Okay, so I'm going to bring out the funness in you right now. All right, so let's have fun. Okay, so it breaks down the barriers. Okay, and it also builds connection among people. So here are some ways that I'm going to give you, okay? So first of all, stress relief. Okay, when you're in a place of silliness, you can only be so stressed out. So many times we live in this place of like, what if? Like, what if that happens? Or what if, this deal doesn't go through? Okay, so a lot of you all who follow me, you're entrepreneurs like me, and your parents. So it's like, you're hustling your businesses, you're doing your children's life, but you're also trying to live life at the fullest, right? That's why I live over here at the beach and I'm on boats all the time and I travel so much, because it's all about life. We only have one shot at this life. So why not have the best time? Why not laugh more, do more cartwheels, enjoy, right? Okay, so stress relief is number one. So silliness can serve as a healthy escape and from the different pressures of life and the stressors that go on with everyday life. So engaging in silly activities and humor trigger like laughter, which releases all the endorphins. Okay, and that's what your body's naturally feels like. So when you have these endorphins going on, you cannot be laughing hysterically and really having a place of joy and be stressing out at the same time. Those two energies and components just cannot exist at the same time. So every single day we have a choice, every single moment of every day. Do we want to choose joy and laughter, or do we want to choose stress and doubt and fear? Okay, so we have a choice, right? Okay, 2, creativity. All right, so the stillness of life in finding a silliness, so you'll be able to be more creative in all that you're called to be. You would be surprised. I mean, we can put a man on the moon, and then me as being a chef and just being around the most incredible chefs from all over the world, I'm always blown away, not just at the quality of food, but also just the way the placement is on the plate. Like, it's so amazing to me. So even just all those years that I would make wedding cakes and cater and do all the design and building of all of my restaurants, because I've owned 4 restaurants, my favorite part was always building the menu plan, building out the restaurant, because I could be so creative, right? And then hand over the day to day, right? So if you're like me, silliness is important to have in your life because it really spawns off the energy of being creative, okay? And creativeness falls into the same alignment as being in abundance, okay? So having that creative boost, all right, bonding tool. So sharing silly moments and jokes with others creates a bond, and it also strengthens relationships. It creates a sense of like camaraderie with people, all right? And also too, if you're approaching different challenges in life, if you just kind of make a lighter of it, it makes it so much more bonding with other people, okay? So that's a good tool, all right? Also, it enhances learning. So silliness can be effective as a learning tool, okay? So we use a lot of this with Blueberry, but I also use it with my girls too, because they're young adults now, and they're dealing with a lot of like relationships and challenges in life and college and all that kind of thing, different friends, spring break. And I always just try to bring out the lighter part of it, because it's like life is going to happen anyway. And is it really that big of a deal? I mean, is someone really, at their deathbed? If they're not, then we should be able to live a more of a lighter space of that, right? But I also say too, my daughter, my oldest daughter, she suffered childhood cancer, stage 4. We didn't know if she was going to live or die for 3 years, from age 5 to 8. So literally I got to a point where people would come and they'd come see her, and everyone would be crying and, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry you're going through that. And your daughter is always like this heaviness. And then finally I said, no, I'm tired of this heaviness. We're not going to do that anymore. Okay. You come to my house. We're going to have fun. Like, Riley, my little angel pie, she doesn't need to see everyone just stressed out. No, she needs to see everyone happy and joyful. Like, if her life was to end at that moment, do you think those last 3 years of her life that she would have really wanted it to be dark? I mean, she made it through. She's doing great. She's 20 now. But I remember when a shift took place in me, and I said, no, I'm going to start having fun. I'm going to laugh. I'm not going to start thinking about the what ifs, because that's just going to bring more depression to my family and to her and to her siblings. So I say no. And it is kind of interesting how people wanted me to stay in that place of sadness because they were sad. So you will sometimes get a backlash of living a life of silliness. Not everyone's going to be in alignment of it, but you just pull yourself lovingly from those people. All right. So I'm going to close with these last few. Okay. So your emotions get regulated. Okay. Your perspective towards life shifts. Okay, I'm going to go more into these throughout the week. You're also able to promote playfulness And also, it's an excellent icebreaker with new people, okay, or just in more intense situations. So, you all, if this has really helped you, I would go ahead and share. If you're wanting to jump on one of my programs, I have a goddess retreat going on at the end of May. I have a health and fitness. Now that we're in the summertime, let's lean you out. I have a program for that as well. All things coaching. All right. Love you all so much and enjoy the rest of your day.